Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the iPad mini 6th generation. So this right here is going to be the new iPad mini. Apple hasn't been updating their iPad minis for a while now, and this year they finally got a brand new one, and it has a new design, new chipset and everything, so it's going to be pretty great in my opinion. So this one right here is going to be the Starlight version. That's the color choice that I actually went for. And then I believe there are four colors in total. And right in front of us today, we have the Starlight variant. So we have a new display, no more home button, the bezels are smaller, and overall it's just a better device, which is to be expected. So let's go ahead and begin with the unboxing. First up, I would like to take off this wrapper, which we just have a pull tab right here. Pull this off and everything should come off pretty easy now. Pull this a little more and boom, here we go. So right here in front of us is the new iPad mini 6th generation. So you can already tell from the front area of the box, it gives you a quick image of what the iPad looks like. We have very minimal bezels compared to what we had from previous generations. We don't have the home button, and we also have a new fingerprint placement, which is similar to the new iPad Air that we have, and it's going to be on the power button, which is up here. So one slight change they actually did is they have the volume rockers up here. If you can see from the image, let me go ahead and bring this up close. They actually have the volume rockers up here now because I guess they needed a space to place the Apple Pencil, which this actually supports the 2nd generation of Apple Pencils. So let's go ahead and begin. The box looks really nice overall. It is what you'd expect from Apple. I do have the 64GB variant with the Wi-Fi only. Personally, I don't really use LTE on my devices since I have my phone on me at all times. I just go ahead and use hotspot, but some people might prefer the faster speeds with the direct LTE connection to your device. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's pull this iPad out of its box now. So if I can manage to get it dropped down, let's give it a shake and it's coming out. Boom. So the top portion of the box is nothing, so let's go ahead and set this aside. And here we have the iPad in front of us. So I'm just gonna take this out first just to see what we have inside. Let's put that to the side, and here we have a camera cutout. So we do have a new camera as well. Everything's basically upgraded on this new version. And we also have this little pamphlet, so I'm guessing we probably have just instruction manuals and stuff. Maybe an Apple sticker inside of there somewhere. Nobody needs that. And we also do get a power brick with this. So we get a 20-watt adapter, I believe. And one cool thing is that this year's iPad Air actually supports USB-C now. So the only devices left that don't support USB-C are going to be the baseline iPad and also the iPhone. So hopefully Apple next year gets USB-C on all of their devices and we can finally just use one cable for everything. So it's nice that they included the power brick inside of here and also the upgraded USB-C functionality with the iPad mini. So let's set this aside and check out our iPad. So we get this paper-like thing on the cover on top of the iPad. Let's pull this off. Boom. And pull out the iPad right here. So let's go ahead and set everything aside now and look at the main product. So here, as I said, we have the Starlight variant, which looks really beautiful in my opinion. It's this white cream color. I recently purchased the Z Flip 3 in cream and I actually did like that color. So this one right here is actually pretty reminiscent of that and it looks really nice in my opinion. We do get this matte finish on the aluminum body and overall this feels pretty nice. But one thing I'd like to tell you is this is probably one of the best tablet sizes that I actually use, because personally this one right here is very similar to, let's say, a Z Fold 3. It's a little bigger. This one does have an 8.3 inch display, and that one I believe has like a 7-inch display. So this is a little bigger with a better aspect ratio, and overall this feels like something that I would use in my daily life and just carry around with me in a small bag. So that's pretty nice. I actually like this design right here. So let's go ahead and talk about our spec upgrade. So we do have the new Apple A15 Bionic chipset inside of here, the one that is included in the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 series. And then we also have 4 gigabytes of RAM. So 4 gigabytes of RAM, maybe for an iPad is a little, it would be nice if they had 6, maybe like the iPhone 13 series, but it is what it is. And Apple's probably figured it out if they put 4 gigs inside of their iPads. So the price on this device is going to be $499 retail. You could probably get this used. However, this did just release, so you probably won't be able to find it used anywhere. I will leave an Apple link down below to take you to it if you're actually interested in this device. But let's go ahead and continue with our specs. So we have a 12 megapixel camera right here, and this one actually records, I believe, at 4K 60. I will actually check everything out once I actually set up the device, but from what I remember, this has a 12 megapixel camera which can go up to 4K 60, and then we also get a selfie camera which is also 12 megapixels right here. If you can see that, you can shine the light right there. And this one actually doesn't go up to 4K, I believe. This caps out at 1080p 60 fps. So that's basically gonna wrap it up for the main features or the main upgrades. We also do get a fingerprint sensor, as I said. It's on top right here, and then our volume rocker is above here. So that is kind of a weird placement. It would be nice if we had it on the left side right here on the body, but I guess they did it there. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure why. If you guys do know, leave a comment down below letting me know. But from what I can tell, I guess they needed a place to place the Apple Pencil because this does support the 2nd generation. So let's get this device turned on now. Here we have the Apple logo. And some other things about the display. This is a 1080p display, and we only have 60 hertz on this, which is pretty normal since the iPad Air also has 60 hertz. I'm guessing the ProMotion would only be for the iPad Pros since they are the Pro devices. So here we have a nice introduction, and then we can get on with our setup. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip this part for you guys so you don't have to suffer with me, and once I get it set up, I will get back to y'all in a second. Okay, so I finally got the iPad set up. That was pretty quick. I just had to connect it right through my phone, so it just asked through my Apple ID, and it says set up your iPad. If you do have your iOS devices next to you when setting up a device, it just makes it so much easier than normally. So let's go ahead and begin. So right here, let's go ahead and talk about our first unlocking way. So Touch ID, right away, you just put in your Touch ID, and then you just go ahead and swipe up. So the swipe up part is kind of annoying, but when you do click down on the button, as you can see, it actually opens it up. So let's go ahead and hold down our hand, and it actually opens it up as well. So when you hold down Touch ID, it'll just open it up automatically by itself. So some key things that were improved from previous generations, which is a long time ago, is going to be the processor. So we have the Apple A15 Bionic, which is a lot faster, but just a lot faster than what we had before. And then we have a new display. The brightness is a tad bit higher, but I don't think this is going to be good enough for when going outside. So if you're generally using your iPad indoors, you'll be fine, but if you're outside and just walking with this, since it is such a tiny device, and as I'm saying that, let me just go ahead and bring my iPhone 13 Pro here. Just go ahead and compare this. This is a pretty small iPad, because if I put a Pro Max next to it, it'll look even smaller. So right here, we can already see that it is a tiny iPad, and I can see a lot of people just walking outside with this, especially if you have the LTE version. So personally, if I got the LTE, I would probably be doing that, but I will generally be keeping this indoors in office spaces or at home. So brightness wise, it's okay, I guess. If you're indoors, you're fine. If you go outdoors, then you'll probably have some issues. So let's go ahead and say, okay, let's just do that later. So automatically when you get it set up, you have your pre-downloaded apps, so you don't have too many, but that is okay and it's nice. I'll probably delete most of these right here, but other than that, there aren't too much to talk about this iPad. So it's just a really nice iPad. It has a great form factor. It's small, it's easy to hold. You can probably one-hand this device, and that's basically about it. The design overall is really nice. It's a thin device, which I really love, and we also get these squared off edges, which with this device right here, it actually feels really nice compared to, let's say, the iPhones. I personally don't really enjoy these edges. They look really nice, however they don't feel really well. So one final thing I just want to go ahead and talk about are going to be the cameras. So let's go ahead and check out these cameras. Here we have our cameras. We have very minimal things: square, pano, and then we have video, slow-mo, time-lapse. So let's go ahead and check out our video settings, which I'm guessing we'll have to do through settings. So let's go here, let's go to our camera. Where is our camera? Let's just search that up. Okay, camera, so let's see, record video at 4K 60. So let's automatically turn that on. We have 4K 60 video, which is really nice. We have auto FPS as well. So auto FPS, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that into auto 30 and 60 so it can automatically adjust it, and then 4K 60 right there. So overall that is really nice. And then let's go also check out our slow-mo, which isn't really important. I don't see a lot of people using slow-mo, especially with your iPad, but we do have it. So mirror, front camera, grid, all those things right there. So let's just go back to our camera and actually snap a quick selfie. So just get a quick selfie right there, and here we have our selfie. Overall it looks pretty decent. I don't really mind it, and it's a pretty nice photo, pretty nice quality, image quality. Once you do zoom in, it does get a little blurry, but it is an iPad. You'll probably have perfect time with FaceTime and stuff, so this will be okay for you. So overall, this iPad is something that I would actually recommend to people that don't really want a huge display but are fine with this. This will actually run basically everything you throw at it, since it does have the new A15 chipset, and then overall it's just a great iPad. So my final thoughts on this device and first impressions are pretty great. I'm probably going to be using this iPad for a long time. I might even keep this one right here and just use it as a daily driver with my iPhone. So that's basically gonna wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and see you in the next one.